And we have an official upset alert complete. Camila Osorio, one of the toughest players I've ever seen in my life, in her hometown country of Colombia. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. A 4-1 favorite against Panda Yadvardi, eliminated in straight sets. Now, I knew this was going to be a very interesting match because not only was Camila injured, but she had a tough match against Brincio last time out where she lost a set and nearly lost a match. But Columbia 125K, that's exciting. Midland Classic 125K, another exciting tournament going on right now. But of course, guys, this video is brought to you the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. Panda Yadvardi comes through. She's going to be in the semifinal, even though Camila owned the head-to-head 2-3 love. Panda Yadvardi plays very fast and aggressive. Camila Osorio relies a lot on her defense and her movement. But when you're talking about just raw power and backhand, I just knew that Panda would come through and get the victory here. Congratulations, Panda Yadvardi. But we're going to head back to Saudi Arabia, guys. We're going to talk about Barbora Krejcikova and the match earlier against Coco. Now, if Coco were to win this match, Iga Swiatek would have made the semifinal. So Iga needed help from Coco for a change. Barbora wins, she's in. Now, coming into this matchup, I could see that Coco was probably, I don't know, at about 80%. And listen, this was the analogy. We saw it with Sabalenka and we saw it with Elena Rybakina, where you know you have a guaranteed spot in the semifinal. You probably don't want to risk fatigue because there's no day off, right? Unlike the previous rounds, you're going straight into the semifinal without a day off, no time to recover and rest. At least for Coco, for Sabalenka for sure. But do you take the analogy that a lot of sports teams and organizations use nowadays? They're using analytics, and AI has really changed the game. So they're taking a look at recovery. And a lot of times you'll see them rest players. They call it resting when there's a playoff series or a big match where they just want to make sure they're 100%. Coco, to me, Barbora played amazing, by the way. She went to the forehand. Very simple strategy. She went to the forehand every time. That's it. She tried nothing different. That's all she wanted to do. Look, if you're going to beat me with the forehand. But I kind of got the sense watching Coco play that she was going about 80%. And look, I don't blame her. I do think that if they meet in the final, I think Coco probably smokes Barbora. But again, I got the feeling Coco was playing about 80%. Coco had 11 aces in this match. She served beautifully, only 4 double faults. 68% wins on the first serve to Barbora, 64% on the first serve. Barbora won 67% of the second serve to Coco's 55%. Coco had 12 opportunities to break Barbora, only converted on 1. And again, I felt she was just kind of going easy going. I know Coco. She wasn't going at her full speed today. And look, resting, making sure that she's going to be 100%. You don't want to get an injury. You don't want to pull a muscle. You had to play the match, of course, but I think Barbora did do amazing today. Congratulations. She makes the semifinal, and unlikely, right? I don't think a lot of people expected that. We all forgot about the new rule change, so we wasn't even expecting to see her here. We was expecting to see Emma Navarro, but nonetheless, she's going to advance as she takes out Coco in straight sets. It was a tough match. It was a hard-fought match, but Barbora comes through 7-5, 6-4. Coco did tie it up at 5-5 in the first set. It looked like she was charged ahead to win the first set, but again, Barbora broke and held on. She was very pumped up and animated, so it was really good to see her excited. What's next for her? She's going to take on Qinwen, one of the hottest players on tour. Qinwen, and I did a poll in the community. What are you most shocked about? Iga being eliminated, Elena Rybakina being eliminated, or Qinwen's behavior? She's lashing out at fans, yelling. She's acting as though she doesn't know the score. This has been going on for a while. A lot of players on tour have been complaining about her, thinking she's not genuine. Well, listen, she's taking on someone she owns a head-to-head against. They played last year in Zheng Zhao, where Qinwen won that in 3 sets. Qinwen is here after taking out Rybakina and Polini after losing her first round matchup to Sabalenka, but winning Tokyo Championship, taking out big game Sofia Kenin. Now, against Barbora, I do think that Qinwen's going to have to serve well, right? Nothing's a lock the way Barbora is playing right now. She is playing solid tennis. Last time out against Polini, Qinwen had 12 aces and 0 double faults. She won 77% of her first serves, and she won 60% of Jasmine's second serves. 8 opportunities to break Jasmine. And I think if she has 8 opportunities against Barbora, I think she'll convert them. Barbora here, she's going to have to change the game plan up a little bit, right? Because Qinwen's forehands is pretty solid. She's got range. She's got very, very good width with the forehand, good length with the forehand. She can stretch the court. She can come cross court, and she can move. I personally think Qinwen's weakness is her defense coming forward vertically. I think Barbora is going to have to come cross court with her mid-range angles and drop shots. That strategy she played against Coco today is not going to work against Qinwen. And again, styles make matchups because Qinwen, that strategy she employs, deep forehand, doesn't work against Coco because it gives Coco enough time to get to her backhand. Barbora is a good shot maker. But how is she going to challenge Qinwen in this spot? I think it's going to be very difficult. My prediction in this matchup, I'm still going to go with Barbora. I think Barbora is a veteran. The last time they played, it went 3. And quite frankly, she played Iga. You could argue she played the toughest schedule, right? She played Iga. She played Pegula. She played Coco. And the reality is she should be 3-0. She should have beat Iga. So I think she's smart enough, intelligent enough, she's skilled enough to be able to game plan for Qinwen and, more importantly, adjust mid-match to Qinwen. So I'm going to take Barbora as the 2+1 underdog to cover the alternate spread. I like Barbora getting 5.5 games. She's been covering every game. I think she's going to do the same thing here. The only thing that does concern me is, as Coco did take it easy on her today, if Qinwen plays very fast, I could see Barbora being in trouble. Because Coco didn't play fast today. She really didn't. But again, Coco was also caught up in some situations where she couldn't play fast, where Barbora just slowed her down deep in the right corner facing north. She pinned her deep for a lot of that match as well. And that's how Sofia Kenin, when I called that match against Sabalenka a couple of years ago on clay, was it Rome or Madrid, one of those tournaments? That's how Sofia Kenin beat Sabalenka. Just isolated her back deep. So I'm going to take Barbora to cover the spread. And I do think Barbora can win the match. But again, I am concerned if Qinwen finds her range, if she's serving well, that it would be a little bit too fast of a pace for Barbora. But that's the pick, guys. Enjoy. Thanks for the love and support. Barbora played amazing. And like I said, she's one of the sweetest ladies on tour you'll ever meet. Comment below. Who wins?